Alright, so what's going on? I know this looks a little different. This is not the Blood Elf priest we left off on, but I decided to go to Alliance. And the only reason was just because I just felt like doing it, and I've always wanted Void Elf. So I grinded a human warlock to get my Void Elf, and so that's where I'm at. We're just continuing on with the priest quests, but as a Void Elf now on the Alliance. The only difference now, though, is I'm not going to record um, every piece. Like I'm not gonna record all of every single quest I do of the levels. It's more just gonna be kind of like my adventures in Azeroth, I
I
think
need
is
to
what I'm gonna call
target
it,
something first.
instead of
Last
Let's Play
mistake
Priest.
you'll ever make.
Just because, again, I think it's would make a little bit more interesting content if I don't
I require a
show off,
target.
you know, every single part of the level process, and I just show parts of it, here and there, stuff like that. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we're picking it up here with the um, Battle for Azeroth gameplay because obviously Allied races start at 10, so we're just jumping straight into this. And I'm actually experiencing this story now because when I did it the first time, I was just trying to level
Last
up as
mistake
quick as
you'll ever
possible
make.
so that I could actually get my elf. But now that I have it, I can
I
actually
do not
experience
have
the
a
story
target.
and pay attention to what they say, which is nice. I also need to move these just a little bit to the side. Go with that. And I gotta say, I did say in I think part one of the priest thing that I did prefer Horde because I thought they had more character and all that. And I do still like the Horde's character. Let's be honest. The Horde has some really good character, and I do think they have good dialogue and good story. But I just I've wanted a Void Elf for so long, and eventually I do want a Night Elf Rogue. So I think I'm just gonna have to stick Alliance, which
Too
I
far
know,
away.
going back on my Horde brothers, but that's just how it is. And I've also noticed, and this could just be me, I'm not trying to talk shit about Horde or nothing, but I did notice that when I ran a couple dungeons, it seemed like I did better. Not me personally, but the dungeons went by a lot smoother on the Alliance. Like the players were a little more PvE orientated, if that makes sense. So yeah. And I'm also going to be going for the Lightforged Draenei and probably the Dark Iron Dwarves now that I have the achievements for them that I got along the way. But that's going to be a little bit later, obviously when I have a little more level and stuff. So, we'll just have to see.
I don't care how you do it. I want those forges
I'm also
running
probably going to do some
day
PvP.
and night.
Um, Even though I'm pretty terrible at PvP, I did finally play my first round of PvP, which I did do a battleground on my Warlock when I was with a buddy of mine. And we won, and I was able to get quite a few kills, actually, more than I thought I'd get. I mean, I'm sure if anybody watched it, they'd probably think that it was the worst gameplay they've ever seen. But, I was pretty proud of it, all things considered. We did win, which was nice. And I almost scored a flag. I came real close, and then I got killed by an invisible rogue that I did not see, so yeah. But it was fun. So I do intend on doing a couple more battlegrounds, probably relatively soon. I'll probably record a few, um, even though my viewer count is ridiculously low right now. What viewers are there? If you've played PvP, you'll probably think that it's more comedy than gameplay, but you know what? That's fine with me. I'm just getting into the PvP side of things, and I'm actually really thought it was a lot of fun. So, but I don't know if I'll play the
I need to
priest
target
as
something
much.
first.
Whereas, yeah, I would like to run around and heal in battlegrounds. I think I'll probably do battlegrounds and PvP with my rogue. So that's how that's gonna go. Or a death knight, but I'm leaning more towards rogue. Just keeping it under wraps.
Don't look back.
These kids are gonna have it hard enough without being under Ashvane's Thumb. Thank you for getting them out.
See
And
you around.
find anything useful in there? Most folks working in the Ashvane Trading Company don't know how rotten they are, or don't have another choice. Legs or gloves? Hmm. That stuff's higher level right now, which I don't really know
Let's
how that
get
is,
paid.
but it is. So, okay. Oh, now, like I said, I
A
went
job's a
through
job, mate.
quite a bit of this quest. I just didn't pay attention to it. So, because they wouldn't put me in the destination of the cranes, nothing is ever easy, is it? If the weapons aren't moving on County's Ferry, they must be passing through Bridgeport, the shipping hub just up the road. Bridgeport is protected by the garrison of Proudmoore Marines, and Ashvane Company has a lot of nerve-moving illegal weapons right under their noses.
Eyes on the horizon. Cagney, get these kids on a ferry back to town.
Yeah, even though
Make
I
sure they
did
get
go
ready
through
for
it,
the shuttle.
I do enjoy a lot of the places you go on the Alliance side a little bit more than the Horde, because the Hordes is mostly like jungles and swamps, whereas here it's like the pirate looking stuff, and you go through Freehold, and I generally enjoyed this side of it more, but it's just how it is for me right now. So,
Blood or
and I
gore,
gotta tell you, when I was getting
everything
my
has a
Void Elf,
cost.
man, the invasion point was terrible for me. Because I didn't know that the invasion point boss was gonna be a boss with like, I think I had 250k health, and I was with a Pandaren hunter that was in the same instance as me,
Good day to you.
and we tried, we really tried, and it just didn't work. We didn't even. I asked her, what's the plan? She said the health doesn't regenerate, so we'll just keep going until it dies. And I mean, I was fine with it, even though we were only doing like 1,000 damage before we died, because it would basically two-shot us. So we would have had to have died almost 250 times. But I was down to do it until she died and left, and then I noticed that the health did regenerate, and that's when I just, you know, I looked up some stuff, and I had read that there was the one.
I'm all ears.
The thing I read said that they were pretty like
You
soloable,
got any
but
more business in
unless you
town?
got the
Now's
raid
the time
boss.
to do it. Let me know when you're ready to board that ship
So
and go wherever the
I
wind
was
takes
like,
us.
raid boss. I didn't know that there was a raid boss. Like, I didn't think it would give you a raid boss for a quest like that. So, I don't want to do that yet. I didn't. I didn't know, and I got destroyed. But then it said that since it was a raid boss one, I tried again, and even though I was like level 48, but I had
Are you
to,
thirsty? I'll follow your
you have
lead.
to kill
You
so
ready?
many things, and they
Keep
take
going
forever
anywhere
because they
you
have a
don't
lot of
want.
health. And then after that, you get the second phase,
Place.
which the first time I did it was like some kind of fell jellyfish thing,
Timetables change, boys. Get
and it
your
was a
marks
pain in the
together.
ass. But when you had to kill 8 of them, and I could barely kill one without dying, and then
Oh, I
basically,
call the barrel has
uh,
the other one.
the Pandaren showed up. We managed to do it, and then we got stuck on that boss. And then when I did it the second time, was able to kill everything. And then the second phase was just
Here
to
she goes, Hans.
activate some kind of like arc ball. And then the boss spawned, and the boss still had ridiculous health, which sucked. So I was kind of stalled in the water. And then I just came back, did a couple more quests, some dungeons, hit 50. Once I hit 50, I had enough gold to actually buy some armor from the guild store. I had like 4,000 by then. So I bought some armor that raised my gear score to like 80, I think. And I went in, and it was actually ridiculously easy. I never dropped below half health. My Voidwalker never dropped below like 80% health. So that was actually, I wasted quite a bit of time trying to do it and find people to help me with it, when in reality all I had to do was hit 50. Finished up the quest, got my Void Elf, and I couldn't be happier about it. So,
Fancy a cuppa?
even though I know a lot of people play Void Elves, I like it.
Smooth sailing.
Because I like the Blood Elves, don't get me wrong, I like the look of them, but the sort of dark blue of the Void Elves just looks great to me. And eventually I will go for like I said, the Light Forged Draenei, and I will probably make that my Paladin.
Lord Admiral's
So,
favor, friend.
it'll be a good time all around, I think. I got lots of content to do, so I'm not really gonna run out of anything to do anytime soon.
Let me show you what I
And I'm also debating if how I want to level this up because I still want to experience some of the other quests. And I know that when you are time walking through Nomi and you hit 50, it kicks you out of your time walk. So I'm thinking what I'm gonna do is actually. Can you shut up, lady? I'm trying to talk. Is actually just open up the time walking for like each expansion and get like a couple quests going through it. And then once I hit 50, well, like I'll just level up through whatever. And when I hit 50 that way, they'll still be there. I can still continue the quest line and it won't really be a problem. So I think that's how I'm going to do it. I'm not sure. I'm also just going to do some of the starting zone quests. If I can get to the Night Elf one, I'll do that. I'm going to do the human starting quest zone just because even though you don't have to now that you have Battle for Azeroth to get to 10th or 50, I just want to experience it again because that was kind of, the human zone I got pretty far in and the Night Elf zone a long time ago. So it'll be nice to kind of relive some of those memories, I think. And also, my professions that I chose this time. I chose enchanting, even though I have no idea how to do it, and tailoring, even though I have no idea how to do it, but I do want to learn. And I chose enchanting because I do want to get some enchant effects for my transmogs. So, got plenty to do on my little priest here. And it just looks great. Like, look at that. That's so cool. They look so good. And the racials are quite nice. The fact that I can get like an extra little bit of healing or damage, which is nice because I'm a priest. And also, your spells don't get staggered by getting hit. So, that's actually quite wonderful. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it's one of those little things, Pretty much just spamming smite on everything, too. I don't think I have a damage over time effect, so. I did just get another ability, though. Oh, it's passive. What is that? Power Ward, Shield, Shadow Mend, and Power Ward apply attunement to your target for 15. Your spell damage heals all targets affected by the time by 50% of the healing done. Okay. I think there's a little star enemy over here as well that I think we can kill. It shouldn't be too hard. Also have my resurrect, but I'm probably not gonna run any dungeons until I get a little bit more leveled. That way, I have a few more heals. Although, I think it was what, part 3? Part 2 or part 3 on the Blood Elf Priest. I managed to do okay. I wouldn't have let that guy die if I would have been paying attention. I actually went back and watched it, and I noticed that what happened was he got eaten, and I did not notice that. I was too focused on the tank. My mistake. And I let him die, but that won't happen again because I'll be watching for it this time, so. One more piece of the juicy lurker tail. I say that thing is ugly. I'm not really sure if I'd want to eat some juicy lurker tail. Probably just be like seafood, so I might as well. I need to kill 3 more wailing sirens. I got really confused earlier too because I got a message from somebody that said, I got a whisper from somebody that I have no idea who they were, and they said that they were sorry, that they were AFK, and that they were making food or something. They were cooking, and when they come back, they'll be ready to play. And I was like, okay. I had no idea who it was either. And they never said anything after that. So they either whispered the wrong person, or I don't know. Jeez, that is annoying. I think I'll be able to do this. I haven't really taken any damage, so. And this is castable while moving, which is nice. I can just keep spamming these while I get thrown backwards. With my shield, they haven't really been able to... I don't think I've lost any health. It's just annoying getting thrown back like that. Oh. Nice. Didn't even lose like any health. I also took up cooking. But I don't... The only reason I took up cooking is because I feel like, you know, if I don't have a mage around or something to conjure refreshments, can you... I think you can cook food to do mana, and if you can, I'd kind of like to learn how to do that. If you can't, then I'm just dumb, but... Oh well. Part of the appeal of WoW to me right now is it's like a whole new experience. Also, look at that mount. Look at that. Look at this gorgeous mount. That void chest piece. It's just, it's such a, like, gorgeous mount. You gotta love it. You gotta love the void elf stuff. It's wonderful. And I do have heirlooms on. So, that's why my staff, actually the staff you get on your own, but I transmogged it to this staff, because this staff and this robe are what you get just by being void elf, so. And I liked the way they look, so I kept the look.
You killed the love of my life.
This guy annoys me.
How?
Is that a rogue? What the? It's a panda rogue. I can't do pandas. I might make a panda in the future just for fun. I don't necessarily like the race, but just the irony or whatever of playing it. It's funny to me, and I used to watch a lot of Achievement Hunter back before, you know, they changed so much, but I actually watched their WoW Let's Play where they played panda priests, and it was pretty entertaining to me. Just the idea of this big fat panda running around is pretty funny. So I might have to do that at some point. For anytime soon, I'm probably just going to enjoy my priest for a while. And see how that goes, and then maybe go for the rogue here and there. I might record some of the rogue as well, because priest and rogue are like the only two classes that I'm actually really interested in that I haven't really experienced. Because, you know, previously playing WoW, I played warlock, mage, a little bit, warrior, and hunter. I played a druid till about like level 20, I think, but so I'll probably make a druid as well at some point. But rogue and priest are like the two that I really don't know much about that I'm really interested in trying out. So be expecting probably quite a bit more priest gameplay and perhaps some more or some rogue gameplay as well. Probably mostly for the PvP, but that's just going to be laughable until I get better. If I get better. I also joined a guild. I got invited to a guild on my warlock that didn't do anything. I got invited, and then I got whispered saying that they were a guild that you didn't have to be like crazy active on and whatever, which kind of seemed like an odd thing to say, because if the guild doesn't have to be active, is there really a point? And this was during my time trying to get the invasion point, and I whispered in the, or messaged in the guild chat asking if anybody could help me out. Never got a response. And there were people online because I kept seeing their achievements, but I never got a response, so I just left the guild. I'm still debating on starting my own guild just for, like, new people. Why is everything lower than what I already have? I don't get it.
Not bad.
Oh, well.
For a fleeting stowaway. You're lucky I didn't find you before we ran aground, or it'd be your guts I'm scraping off me boots. Careful about sticking your nose into Ashvane business.
The only problem is if I started a new guild and new players, yes, we could experience things together. But then if it got to the point where I needed help, like me or somebody else, you know, if we needed assistance or like needed to know how something worked or something like that, none of us are gonna know. So like, yeah, we could experience the game together, but we're kind of on our own for like the more advanced stuff. Cool, you get that blue glow too, which I believe is the thing that increases your healing or your damage or something like that. It's one of the racials. Alright, what is this? Getting ganked by all these boys. It's okay, I got a shield and heals. So I'm doing fine, but... It was also nice playing a human warlock for once. I've never... a male human warlock. You know, I picked it because I liked the casting animation for it. So that's the one I chose. And it was quite nice. I liked it. Although I do feel like humans are a little bit of a boring race just because, you know, we got humans in real life. Video games are supposed to be something for you to escape reality, to experience the fantasy of a different life kind of thing. And playing a human, it's like you are a human, and in your fake life, you choose to be a human when you could be anything. I mean, that reminds me of when I was deciding, you know, I was looking up some a while ago, Horde versus Alliance stuff. People were judging the Alliance, saying, "Do you want to play a human, a tall human, a short human, a human with long ears?" So in a way, they're all very human-like on the Alliance, but different enough, I guess. And I know I'm kind of rambling right now, but I'm pretty damn tired from trying to grind out this Void Elf quest, and I'm just casually sitting back, you know, enjoying my Void Elf. I like how my hair matches my bird. Quite nice. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna leave it here for this one. I will continue recording a little bit later. Obviously, like I said, I'm not going to do it every single part of it, but I will sort of just do my adventures in Azeroth, you know, pick up, show some new things I earned while I wasn't recording, stuff like that. And yeah, so goodbye to the Blood Elf and hello Void Elf. Catch you guys on the next one.